Are we live?
We're live.
Welcome back, you bunch of animals, to the Track Walk By with Peach and Evan, where we talk all wrong opinions on Formula One, dude.
Formula One, dude.
And it is the dog days of summer again, buddy.
That is the dog days of fall.
Good Lord. 4-week break.
4-week break.
Who would have saw that coming, dude?
We're in week 1.
Week 1 of the 4-week break, baby.
It's going to be a long 4 weeks.
Losing my mind.
Right?
Losing my mind. After all that exciting stuff, now we're just sitting here talking about nothing. And you're going to sit here and listen, dude.
It's not boring to me, but I watched NASCAR this weekend, too.
Oh, wow. Hey, isn't there a bunch of shit going on with IndyCar right now?
Yeah, but I haven't read into it yet. I think I sent it to you, but I haven't read it yet. I sent it to you. You're almost like racing Sarah.
Yeah.
I DM her stuff that I want to come back to later.
Yeah.
Like I DM it to you that
Yeah. It's just a
I'll
bookmark.
read it later on.
It's a bookmark.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Welcome, everyone. And if you're new here, welcome, dude. And if you're coming back, welcome the fuck back, dude. Welcome back, dude.
You animals.
To hear us yap about absolutely nothing.
What is it? You barn animals?
Yeah, fucking freeloading farm animals, dude. This is free. This is free content.
You're
dude.
welcome.
You're fucking welcome. Now, Peach, I heard you were in Arizona and you went to Andretti Racing.
Andretti? Yeah, racing? Karts? Yeah.
Kart racing?
Yeah. It was a cool spot. You were surprised to hear that it wasn't as fun as Podium.
Didn't deliver.
I was saying, like, I don't know if they use like grease on the track or like plastic wheels. Like, it's cool to drift and stuff, but you can never like get on rails and do a fast lap.
Yeah.
And the worst was the electronic yellow.
Yeah. And like
so horrible, man.
And it sucks because Podium is honestly like
not that
low-key
sick.
Bottom of the barrel too.
Sarah was pissed.
I bet.
Sarah's like, this is bad compared to Podium. I was like, damn, Sarah. But she still crushed it. Like, first race, got second fastest. And then the second race, bad.
Yeah.
She's like, all of my heaters, yellow.
Oof.
Ruined everything.
Oof.
I was like, I know.
Now, I went karting as well last week.
And you said it was
in Centennial.
Sick.
Now, in Centennial, they opened a sick outdoor track, dude.
Yeah.
Sick. Outdoor, wide track, lots of chicanes, big straights.
Why did you say it's almost better than GJ, Grand Junction?
The track is just as fun.
Yeah.
They switched the layout up. Like, they can put cones to make the layout different. The chicanes are sick. Like, the exits, they have exit curbs. They have...
Hell yeah.
They have...
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's really dope, dude.
We have to go.
And the carts are fast.
Yeah?
The carts are brand new and they're fast.
Hell yeah.
So, anyways, more to come on that, people.
We need to go. I need to go before they start breaking down.
I know, right? I know. For
Before
real.
it gets old and jank.
For real. Now, people,
Now.
we are coming off the news, the official news of Sir Daniel Ricciardo being officially released from VCAB, from the Red Bull family. How sad.
His swan song, man.
Yeah.
End of an era.
And today we're going to talk about, pretty much do a Danny deep dive.
Yep. Our reactions after digesting the news.
Not being emotionally invested.
Well, I mean, we're emotionally invested, not being emotionally charged.
There we go. Not an emotional knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll do a Danny deep dive, and it's pretty much just going to be an episode basically surrounding Daniel Ricciardo.
Sarandy.
Sarandy
Danny.
So that...
that's really what it is.
That's pretty much all it is, people. So either leave now or buckle in, because this is going to be... It's going to be a good one, man.
We'll probably throw some zingers in there.
Throw some zingers, man. Keep you entertained on your way to work while you're drinking beer.
Yeah.
Or you're blacking out on your way to work.
Or seltzers or hard alcohol, whatever.
Whatever suits you, man.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice for what you want to drink on your way to work.
Yeah.
Okay, without further ado.
Having said that, grab your beers in your car.
Let's grab a beer. You go first.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Those were two pretty good ones, dude.
Those are good.
All right. Cheers, buddy. Let's talk some Formula 1.
Cheers,
Daniel
everyone.
Ricciardo. Cheers.
Let's talk some race.
What did you think of signing Liam Lawson, dude?
What did you think of the Daniel Ricciardo news, dude?
What do you think of the song, people? Let us know in the comments.
You freeloaders?
You bunch of freeloaders, dude. Okay,
let's know your thoughts. Sorry, just a little closer.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's deep dive on Danny. What's the history on Daniel Ricciardo? How did he make his way into F1? Because I know he doesn't necessarily come from money.
No. No.
He's not like these pay drivers.
He's not like humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. He's not like this Esteban Ocon where he's like, all I did was grind. My family just put everything on the line. Daniel Ricciardo is just like, I did that too.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to spout off about it.
No.
He ain't no Esteban Ocon. This is Daniel Ricciardo we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead, Peach.
Step into the reading corner.
All right, here we go, people. Buckle in because this is going to be rough, dude.
It is. It is. And I won't even get into Daniel Joseph Ricciardo being born on July 1, 1989 in Perth, Australia. To Italian and Australian parents. No, folks.
No.
What we're talking about is his junior career. 2005, Formula BMW Asia is where Danny made his first foray into international racing, where he finished third overall.
Pretty good.
2008.
He's on the radar. He's on the radar now.
He's on the up and up.
Yeah.
2008, Formula Renault 2. His breakthrough came in Formula Renault 2, where he won the Western European Cup and placed second in the European Cup Series.
Oh, he's way on the map now.
2009 to 2010, Formula 3. He joined the British Formula 3 Championship team in 2009. Clinched the title and further established him as a top-tier young talent.
Wow. So he's got the pedigree, dude.
It's interesting looking back at what the series were because, typically nowadays we see Formula 3 and then we see Formula 2.
Yeah.
But no, in 2010 he went to Formula Renault 3.5 series.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. It says it was a move up. He finished second overall, which earned him a spot as the test driver for Red Bull Racing.
Wow, dude. So I wonder how he was funded by the. I mean, like, we're not gonna look it up because that's not what we do here, people. But I wonder what the funding was for him to get in.
What his backing was, yeah.
Yeah, because
he wasn't a Red Bull Academy guy.
No, and I think there was some year there was a scholarship in there for someone to pay for him to race.
Hell yeah!
I don't know where it was, but I know that was one year. But obviously, after you get introduced to the Red Bull Academy, like they're
had to go out and fundraise a lot, man.
Yeah, that sounds awful. That sounds like
you're marketing yourself.
It's insane. I mean, he's not going to be a George Russell where he brings a PowerPoint in. He's like, I'm going to let my driving do the talking. How about that? That's my fucking PowerPoint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay. Continue.
All right. Then he jumps to Formula 1. 2011 HRT F1 team.
Dude.
Danny Ric made his Formula 1 debut in 2011 with the HR team, replacing Narain Karthikeyan.
Say that 3 times fast.
Karthikeyan. Maybe I said that correctly.
We are so white, dude. We are so white.
For the final part of his season. It wasn't competitive. The car wasn't competitive, and but it did give him invaluable experiences.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for him.
There's all sorts of montages on how HRT was like the worst, best team in Formula One history.
I couldn't even tell you who the fuck it is.
I don't even know. Who did they go to? Like, who bought them out?
Right.
You know what I mean?
What is it? We need to look into that.
But we're not going to.
No, I will later.
Okay. Will you?
No.
Okay.
2012, 2013. Danny was promoted to Toro Rosso in 2012. His performance at Toro Rosso, particularly his qualifying speed and racecraft, impressed the Red Bull hierarchy. He consistently outperformed his teammate Jean-Eric Vergne.
Who are these people?
During these seasons.
I was listening to F1 Nation.
Yeah.
And that's with like Tom Clarkson, and he brings on like Damon Hill, and all these like different like pedigreed F1 drivers, and they had Christian Horner on, and
Horny?
Yeah.
Christy Horny?
Christy Horny, baby.
When's he gonna come on our show?
I know, right? When he gets fired, when he gets canned for tanking seasons. So he was saying like that Danny was almost like so good coming up through the ranks that they were like, yeah, he's fucking fast, but like we don't see him overtake ever. And then he was like, once he signed with like Toro Rosso and Red Bull, he's like, all he did was overtake. That's all he did.
Just the classic late break.
Yeah, that's where it was born.
Fuck yeah.
Master of the late breakers.
You said Clarkson. It reminded me of a comment that I said to, and it's a random point, nothing to do with this.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah, I was thinking about it brought up the Jeremy Clarkson comment about Adrian Newey, Oxfordshire.
Oh yeah,
Drive to Survive, or not Drive to Survive. Top Gear.
Yeah,
but I saw a quote from Jeremy Clarkson because it ended like 22 years of him, James May, and Richard Hammond doing the show together.
Yeah.
Between that and the Amazon series.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, I'm too fat and old to get into the cars that I want to drive.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the cars I can drive now are too slow, so I'm done. It's like, fuck yeah.
What a funny ass reason to be like, dude. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Love it. Sorry.
Jordan Clarkson, that's right? Who I'm talking about, the interviewer?
Yeah, I believe so.
Jordan Clarkson.
No, but every time I hear that name, I think of Jeremy Clarkson.
Right? Yeah, I always get those two confused.
Well, Jeremy Clarkson is...
Am I wrong?
Are you? Have you been saying it wrong this whole time?
Who is the F1... Continue. I'm
gonna while you look it up,
yeah.
We're going into his Red Bull era. So 2014, he was promoted to the Red Bull Racing. He replaced the retiring Mark Webber. And partnering with Sebastian Vettel, had a breakthrough season, winning 3 races. He won in Canada, Hungary, and Belgium. Became the only non-Mercedes driver to win a race that year. Damn, even in his own team with Sebastian.
Was he starting to donkey stomp Sebastian that year?
Yeah, finished 3rd in the championship, marking himself as a future star. 2015, Red Bull struggled with engine reliability, but Ricciardo still managed 2 podium finishes. Despite a tough season, he cemented his reputation as one of the most talented drivers on the grid.
All right, sorry. Tom Clarkson.
Dumbass.
Jesus Christ. Why do you guys listen to this?
Yeah.
Jesus, bro.
Because sometimes we're entertaining.
Sometimes.
Funny.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But we say a lot of wrong things all the time. I'm sure people are
But
yelling
literally,
into
we
their
start
speakers.
the show with wrong.
Yeah, that's true. We don't claim to be right ever.
No.
So, like, deal with it.
You know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
2016, he returned, securing victory at Malaysia and finished 3rd in the championship. He also had a memorable battle with Max Verstappen, who had joined Red Bull mid-season, taking over for his best friend, Danny Kvyat.
Oh, man. He's like, yeah, Max was like, I will take your seat, and I will take your girlfriend, and I will take your daughter.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Savage.
And then I will win a world championship after that.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of the stuff, Daniel Kvyat.
Yeah. 17. Ricciardo took victory at Azerbaijan. He finished the season with 9 podiums, showcasing his ability to make the most of a chaotic race situation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
2018. One of Ricardo's most successful races came at the Monaco GP with the classic swimming pool dive.
But also, like, I have no power.
Yeah.
Holding Vettel back.
And being stuck, what was he stuck in, like 5th?
Who?
Or am I thinking of a different race?
When he won Monaco?
Yeah.
No, he was in 1st.
No. Being stuck in, like, 5th gear. Or something.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. Regardless,
yeah, dude,
his shit was,
like,
his shit was fucked. Renault engine.
Yeah. Despite having engine issues, controlling the race with remarkable composure. He won 2 other races that season, China. Or no, he ran 2 total races, 2 total races that season, China and Monaco. But frustrations with mechanical failures and a lack of championship contention led to his decision to leave Red Bull.
Right. Keep that in mind.
And a shadow of Max.
Keep that in mind with the Renault engine. Also, that was the same year that it was that famous clip of Danny plowing into the back of Max in Azerbaijan. That was like allegedly after that moment, like allegedly that was when Danny was like, I think I'm out of here. Like, I think I'm done with Red Bull because
sick of this shit.
Because I don't think, obviously Christian was mad at both drivers, but I think they pinned the blame more on Danny.
Danny took the brunt
of it, and Max. That's when he started to realize, like, oh shit, they're starting to like.
This is their golden boy.
Yeah, they're starting to really favor this guy over me.
Yeah.
So I think during that time, after the Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2018, he was on the edge. He's like, I think that's it. I think I'm making my move. Fun fact.
Great.
Continue.
Fact.
I digress.
Yeah. 2019, he made a surprising move to Renault for the 2019 season, seeking a fresh challenge. The first year at Renault was difficult, but with the team struggling to break in the top 5, Ricciardo scored best with a 4th place finish at the Italian Grand Prix. 2020.
I just don't understand, like,
why he went from a struggling Renault at Red Bull to like a struggling Renault factory
right
car.
Like it's like, oh shit, our Renault engine sucks here at Red Bull. Let me go to the base of the problem and go straight to the engine.
Let's go to the source
that they're providing me right now.
Yeah.
It just didn't make sense
with the worst team structure.
Yeah, exactly.
But get that bag.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's true. Continue.
2020 Danny showed significant improvement with Renault, earning 2 podiums at the Nürburgring and Imola. His famous shoey celebration returned as he finally stood on the podium after several seasons of struggling. Poor guy. Then another surprise.
This is the big one.
2021, Ricciardo joins McLaren, partnering with young talent Lando Norris.
Oh my god.
While he struggled to adapt to the McLaren car initially, he stood out. His standout moment came at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza, where he won McLaren's first race since 2012.
I never left.
Leading a 1-2 finish ahead of Norris. It was a remarkable comeback, and Ricciardo's victory was widely celebrated across the F1 paddock.
It was crazy when that happened because he won because Max and Lewis collided.
Yep. That's when
Max put his tire
Lewis' head.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Where Lewis soccer headered the tire.
Dude, I remember, like, specifically, this is probably the sole meme that made me think, like, I want to do memes now. Like, that is so fucking funny. So it was a picture of Lewis Hamilton, and, like, the center of his head was, like, completely shaved. And it was like Lewis after Monza 2021, dude.
That's a great one, dude.
I was like, oh shit, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
He's like, what do you mean? Nothing happened?
It's like a tire mark.
Yeah, that's
completely
hilarious.
down the center of his head.
That's so funny. And Zach Brown got a tattoo, right?
That's right.
Yeah. 2022, despite high hopes, 2022 was a disappointing season for Ricciardo. He continued to struggle with the McLaren car, leading to a series of underwhelming performances. By mid-season, the team and Danny Ricciardo mutually agreed to part ways at the end of the year.
Zach Brown was
mutual was that?
Yeah, Zach Brown was like, here's $20 million. Get the fuck out of the team.
Yeah.
Right now.
How mutual was that exit, bro? Whew.
That's brutal. This is hard going through this because you're just looking at, obviously, hindsight being 2020, right? Like, you're like, why did you do that? Like, why are you going there? Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, continue.
2023. Danny Ricciardo returned to Red Bull as the third driver for the 2023 season.
Oh, wahoo!
He initially served as a reserve and development driver, helping with testing and promotional work. Hey, Daniel, go do all of our marketing.
Yeah, exactly. Eat a shit sandwich, you stupid bitch. Be our show pony.
His stint on the sidelines was short-lived when he was given an opportunity to replace the late Nick DeVries.
Oh, my God.
At AlphaTauri.
Nick DeVries, dude.
During the second half of the season, his return was cut short by an unfortunate hand injury, but his Formula One future remains uncertain as of 2024. Where this is ChatGPT, so sometimes it doesn't have.
Well, let me tell you something, ChatGPT.
So, he comes back in the V-Carb.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Here we are today, dude, talking about
getting
the
sacked.
Career of Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah.
The end of an era. Now, all right, deep dive done. Thank you, PJ. Honestly, not that bad at reading.
Thank you.
Not that bad.
I've been practicing.
I would still consider you illiterate, but honestly not that bad for being illiterate.
On the scale of 1 to illiterate, you're still illiterate.
You're still illiterate, buddy, but not bad.
Thanks.
Okay. Now, I guess what we want to get into is like, why now, dude? Why did Red Bull choose to make that move now?
What an interesting decision.
It really was. And again, I mean, we went over this last week, but
we had no clarity.
What a piece of shit move by Red Bull,
shitstorm, dude. They just gave him a shit sandwich and said, "Eat this."
Eat this.
Okay, I want to draw on a parallel, and I can't remember but it led into why I wanted to discuss this today, and I can't remember if I brought it up last week, but as a Pittsburgh Pirates fan,
okay.
The Pittsburgh Pirates management fumbled a situation much like I feel like V-Carb's management is fumbling this too.
Right.
The Pirates cut a player for ease of explanation. They cut a player 4 at-bats short of a $500,000 incentive. It was 245 at-bats that he needed to have in the season to get $250,000, and they cut him 4 short of it.
See, yeah. I mean,
and so this is like when it's like, oh, dumb this situation down for me and put it in a context that I can understand. It's like, what is V-Carb doing? What outside force caused them to do this?
Right. And it seemed so abrupt because it was like, I feel like there wasn't much lead up to it. It was just like that Thursday during the press conference, it was like, Danny, this might be your last race. It was like, what?
You even said it. You're like, for months and months, it was, Danny's future is uncertain. But then it was like, the news came out. It's like, oh, is he going to take the Red Bull seat?
Yeah.
And then it was right back to, he's going to get sacked, dude.
It's crazy because, like, bro.
What a roller coaster.
What a roller coaster. I mean, like, this guy was on top of the world at Red Bull. Went to Renault, chased that bag, on top of the world, kind of, a little bit.
Yeah.
Went to McLaren, like, it was just a it was a shit show, man.
Dude, it was like a little bit of a climb with just the worst plummet down to earth.
Yeah, really quick. And then it's like, okay, at least McLaren they were very transparent about it. Yeah. Like, hey, Danny's gone by the end of the season. We're paying out his contract. He's still getting that bag. I'm like, get that bag, Danny.
Right.
Chase that bag. Do your thing. But also, like, at least Zach Brown was like, this is happening. And then, you bring, and so that happens. And then halfway through the season, it's like, Nick DeVries is being Nick DeVries, dude. Right?
He's being the best.
Right. And then all of a sudden, it's like, talks of Danny might replace Nick DeVries. You're like, what?
But he's already sitting at Red Bull as the reserve driver. So you're like, that makes sense.
Exactly. And again, Red Bull's making him eat shit sandwiches. Like, hey man, you're gonna be our show pony for the next however long until we really decide that Nick DeVries is fucking God.
But then again, he deserved it because like you kind of
fucked us,
man.
Right.
You kind of caught us out of left field, and we got caught with our dicks in our hand.
Right. And then don't get me wrong, though. Do not get me wrong. Like, Daniel Ricciardo at this point was unemployed. Who else was really looking at him? You know what I mean? He knew he wasn't done.
He was saying, "I'll do anything. I'll clean the toilets.
Yeah.
In the tour buses, man.
Right.
Like, can I have a job back?
Right. And yeah, he was unemployed at this point, and Red Bull really stuck their foot out there. They were like, "Hey man, like, come do some marketing. We know Nick DeVries sucks as a person and as a racer, so like we're gonna see what happens."
Yeah.
Sure enough, he gets back on, crushes, dude. Starts not dominating, but really like he does really well, right?
Putting in solid performances. Like stacking performances.
Right. And then
I wanted to point out, you say unemployed like like it would be us unemployed. Like mom and dad, I can't get groceries this week. I just love that term of like, and granted, like these guys are human too. It's not like they don't have money issues.
I know.
But unemployment is such a funny term.
That is funny
to peg someone with.
Right. So
go ahead.
I mean, he has his merch going, like, obviously not unemployed. Like, I'm sure he makes crazy money on his merch. Enchante, as you will. But, like, so, does well, finishes out the season. Fine performances. Liam Lawson fucking really pins Yuki down and sodomizes him for 5 races. Danny comes back, and he does fine.
From the broken hand.
Exactly. So then
there wasn't ever a question of him retaining his seat.
Exactly. It was never on the line. And then so we come to 2024. He does okay. He puts in that performance at Miami, right?
Right.
In that sprint race where he held back Ferraris, like it was like Danny Ric form.
But
this is who we know.
But it was also coming off the heels of kind of rumblings of, is this the end of Danny Ricciardo?
Was it?
Prior to Miami, I feel
Was it really?
I think so.
I can't remember. But either way.
But it's like, I say that because I feel like I vaguely remember it's like he needs to perform, and then he went out there and crushed it.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like Danny Ricciardo, true form.
And then remember, like, it was that Jacques Villeneuve was giving him shit, put in crazy performance after that.
Yep.
And then at this point, we're thinking, like, Danny's about to get Checo's fucking seat. Like, he's about to be on top of the world again.
The writing's on the wall.
The writing is on the wall. Like, it's right there, Danny. All you have to do is donkey stomp Yuki. Mm-hmm. That's all you got to do. But then again, Yuki is Yuki, man. He's hard to beat. So,
and you brought up a good point that I don't want to belabor.
Yeah.
But just dog shit strategy.
I've never seen someone start with used soft tires in a race more than Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah. They did him dirty on
that.
They did it.
They fucked him like a lot. And I feel like they didn't really take that into account. I just kidding. They're smarter than us. They know what they're doing. But like,
do they?
But then again, it's like Danny's a shoe-in for Checo. Like, Checo is fucking up left and right. Danny, all you have to do is finish in front of Yuki, and that seat is yours.
Just be better than mediocre.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden, it's like, out of nowhere, it's like, Danny's gone. You're like, oh my God. Like, it was right there, dude.
Well, it's just been, like, so hot and cold, it feels like, too.
I mean, like
based on his performance and based off of the perspective or projections of what Danny's career will end up being.
Right. But which is like an ode to like how good Fernando Alonso is, right? Like he's still this consistent at fucking 40 something years old.
At 65?
Yeah, right? Yeah, Fernando Alonso. And then also Lewis. Like
at 59 and a half, I know.
The consistency of those two is
amazing.
It's incredible, man.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. It's just crazy that he was so close, dude, and then the rug just got ripped out from under him.
Yeah.
Now, back to your point with like the contract shit, like allegedly there was stipulations in Liam Lawson's contract.
I haven't said that yet.
To stay with Red Bull.
Yeah, but that's a good point.
Yeah, to stay with Red Bull, like Red Bull would have to put him in something like 5
for
races.
him to not. I guess I would assume it's like for Liam to not break his
Red Bull
Academy contract or his Red Bull contract. It's like we guarantee you X amount of races. And there's been so much speculation on that.
Yeah, you never know. And you know how I love reporters, so
hats off to them.
Hats off to them,
doing
man.
the real hard-hitting journalism.
Exactly.
All the hard-hitting stuff.
So, yeah.
They've actually seen Liam Lawson's contract. They wrote it. No, but I do want to touch on, there was a bunch of reports coming out from Liam Lawson and his camp saying how awkward it was because they knew a full week prior to Daniel Ricciardo actually having the official word. You said he had to see the writing on the wall or he had to know, but there were like reports from Liam saying it was awkward, it was uncomfortable because I knew and I didn't want to tell him and break the news.
Right.
He's like, I knew it was happening. Whereas Daniel's like, this might happen. Is the sense that I was getting from those.
But also he has to like play that, right? Like he has to play that for us. I'm sure he knew.
Right.
He has to everyone in the paddock
be the one to break the news.
Yeah, everyone in the paddock knew.
Yeah.
And then Daniel was like, I can't necessarily say it cuz it like didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
Regardless, like,
but I did want to say like, good if that's the case that he has a contract that has that wordage in it, like good for Liam Lawson and good for his agents to be able to like to fleece that into it.
Yeah.
Like make me this guarantee and I'll sign.
I'll sign, dude.
Damn.
Right fucking there. I'll sign.
What a G.
That's for Liam's team to actually if this is true, for them to put that together and put that in the contract and they're like, no, read the fine print. You got to get rid of one of these guys. The fine print guy.
Yeah, it's like Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when he like gets kicked down and it's like all this fine print. He's like, you signed it.
Or like, it's like the Apple terms of agreement, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck yeah.
I mean, it's
like,
my phone. I'm not going to say no.
Yeah. You signed it, idiot.
Here's all your data.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, straight to China. But like,
China.
But also off the jumping off of that, like, bro, hopefully Liam gets left alone in this whole situation because
it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, dude. And it's funny because there is a parallel between like what happened with Oscar Piastri, dude, did the same thing to Daniel Ricciardo.
And
some rookie,
you or both of us, I can't remember if me or you're just like you were like, fuck this dude.
Well,
fuck this guy.
And yeah, it was crazy. Well, because in the way it happened, right? Like Alpine was like, "Hey, we signed Oscar Piastri," and then Oscar Piastri was like, "No, I didn't. I did not. What are you talking about, Alpine?
Yeah,
I didn't do that. Hey guys, I didn't do that."
It's like a high school girlfriend. It's like, I don't know, maybe like grade school. It's like, oh, he's my boyfriend. You're like, no, you're not.
No, absolutely gross,
dude.
Ew, dude.
Oscar
Bully her for the rest of her high school career. Bully her, dude.
Oscar was like, Alpine, I would never date you.
But yeah, it's because like, but we gave Oscar. I mean, like, I had a little bit of like
hatred,
not hatred, but like I didn't like the guy because of the way he went. I was like, Alpine's giving you an F1 seat and you're just gonna be a dick about it. Like I was like, what do you fucking do? And look at Alpine now. But like, that's how I felt. And then obviously, like he took Daniel Ricciardo's seat. I was like, what a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah.
And now Oscar Piastri, I love Oscar Piastri probably more than Lando Norris. Now I'm like,
right,
this guy is a real G, dude. But same thing for Liam Lawson. Like, you feel bad because like he's taking the seat.
Put into a shit situation.
Yeah, he's taking the seat of a beloved guy on the grid, and he's like, "I'm sorry, like, I'm good."
He's like, actually, can I be stoked that I have?
Right.
Seat, like,
yeah. Liam Lawson's like, "Yeah, sorry, I'm talented.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do about that?"
Right.
So,
but what a great 5-race audition for him too.
Right? Yeah, 6 race.
6 race.
Yeah.
You're right.
It just sucks. Like, I don't. Red Bull really did do him dirty, dude. Like, just no farewell tour, like. And I heard there was something like,
that's crazy.
They might, bring him out to, actually get his farewell tour. I'm like, Danny doesn't want to fucking do that. Like, he doesn't want to go back to the paddock and everyone's like,
make me look like Danny. A fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Like, imagine, I've never been. I mean, I was fired from a job. When I was in high school or something, and I recently changed jobs. Like, I wasn't fired there. Like, I gave my notice and I left, but like, it feels weird to go back. Mm-hmm. Like, you feel uncomfortable even resigning from a place.
Right.
Like, I have friends there and shit, but like, nice.
Thank you.
But it's still like it's a weird situation. I can only imagine getting fired and the shame that is felt.
Right.
Shame.
And he shouldn't feel shame. But, like, he doesn't want to fucking do... If I was Daniel Ricciardo, I'd be like, you know what? I got my fucking bags, dude.
Like,
I'm out. I'm going to go enjoy my life. Like, y'all do whatever.
Yeah.
But, it was funny, like, in the interview with Tom Clarkson, with Christian Horner.
Look at you.
Christian Horner was like...
Jordan Clarkson.
Shut up. He was like, you never know. Like, Liam Lawson may not deliver, and Checo may not deliver either. And
what a great endorsement from Christian Horner on Liam. Like,
yeah, I know,
bro,
right?
Thanks, man.
I know, but it's funny because like Red Bull is now like this ex-girlfriend, right? That's like trying to string Danny along. Like, oh, maybe you'll get a seat. Like.
Maybe
Stay with us.
Get back together.
Because like Christian Horner was also saying like, yeah, we offered him to do like marketing shit with us, and it's like you still want the guy to eat a shit sandwich and be the show pony?
Yeah, he's like, hey babe, I don't want to be with you, but I don't want you to date anyone else.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna kiss you tonight, and then now you're gonna have the thought like, oh, maybe we'll get back together. Like, fuck you guys. Yeah. Like, leave me alone.
Right.
Like, let me enjoy. What, like,
let me figure it out,
and it's like,
let me have some peace and quiet.
Right. And also, you guys just fucked me, man. You guys really just fucked me. Like,
right.
Let's let that settle a little bit, and then maybe I'll think about doing marketing. Maybe, like,
can I pick up my dignity? Can I find my dignity somewhere?
Like, it sucks. It really does suck, man. I feel for the guy, for the fact that he doesn't get to race anymore, but goddamn, is Daniel Ricciardo rich as fuck now, dude.
Dude, I don't feel as bad about that he doesn't get to race anymore. Is that he didn't get that proper retirement tour.
He didn't get the goodbye. And Red Bull
he didn't get to have it be a happy moment.
Right. And Red Bull was like
fucking sad, hush hush, under the rug. Sad little puppy moment, and it sucked to see him like that.
And yeah, Red Bull dropped the ball with that, but like, also, was it the right choice? Kind of. I mean, did I want to see it happen? Absolutely not. Like, but
do you see the tea leaves, or like the tea leaves on the wall, or whatever the saying is about? Like, yeah, maybe he is at the tail end of his career. Like, there's a flash in the pan every once in a while, but that's not good enough to stay.
It's not. You got to be consistent with that.
Right.
That flash of the pan has to be consistent. But like, did they make the right decision? I'm sure they did. But like, at least
you have to sacrifice the old bull to keep the young talent coming up.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So they probably did make the right decision. Did they do it in a good way?
Fuck no.
No. They really didn't. They dropped the ball on that. Like, you should have given him a farewell tour, or at least waited until Austin to just be like, hey, buddy, this is your last race. Exactly. This is from last week. But like, listen, Daniel, this is your last race in Austin. Everyone loves you there. You love it there. Soak it up. Proper goodbye. Hey, also, after that, like, he may be more open to be doing marketing with Red Bull.
Right.
Maybe even being a reserve driver and doing his own shit. Like,
let him do donuts.
The door's still open. I feel like the the bridge isn't burned, but I feel like they really fucked up. Like
the bridge, that bridge is pretty well on fire.
It is, but it is my delusion to be like to hear Christian be like, well, if Liam and Checo don't pan out, like, I'm like, oh really? There's a chance. There's a chance, dude.
We're gonna get back together.
We're gonna get back together, dude.
No, the door or
delusion. It's delusion, and I know it is, but it's still fun to think about.
That fucking bridge is incinerated.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
You like, from Daniel's perspective, it's like, I'm fucking embarrassed, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it is weird because, you know, you hear Christian Horner talking about Danny, and he talks to him, or he talks about him like he's his son, dude. Like,
Christian loves him.
He loves him.
And you're saying Helmut Marko hates him.
That lazy-eyed fuck Helmut Marko is always trying to kick people out of that fucking seat. And it's like, hey, Helmut Marko, dude, look at your second driver in the main team, dude. Why?
Right. It's like, why are you focusing your energy at this other point when you should be looking at your primary objective,
which is winning,
which is the Red Bull team,
and also winning a constructors championship,
and having someone like Checo did protect Max in these valuable races, like he did in 2021.
Yeah,
when Lewis won his 8th world championship.
Oh, shut up.
Is Checo being there to help support, protect, and be a buffer for Max?
Right. But the guy can't figure out the car.
Can't do it.
Which I get it. Like, there was all this shit, like, which is an ode to how good of a driver Max actually is, because Red Bull was having problems since, I can't even remember what the race was, but it was way early it was like last year in 2023. Remember
the episode
the scene
where
it was like, what?
Max says your car's fucked.
No, Checo is saying your car has been fucked. And like Christian's like, get it in writing. Get it in writing. Oh, I have it in writing. It's like, okay, all right.
And then what is it? Christian's like, tell your drivers to fix their cars.
Fix your fucking car. Yeah, famous. But since then, Checo has been saying the car is fucked, but Max has been able to figure it out. Like, Max is such a good driver. He's been able to work around whatever fuck-ups they've had. Right. Allegedly, it's the floor. We're not getting into it, dude. Fuck that. But allegedly, it's been the floor. So, it's been fucked for a while. So, and Red Bull recognizes that they've taken a wrong turn at some point. But also, like,
now that they don't have Adrian, it was Helmut who said this past week that in Austin the upgrade should help with performance. It's like you have no
fucking idea.
person like technically sound. You have a guy who can't even look you straight in the eye. Telling you, we finally figured out the car. You're like, Helmut, I'm right here.
Helmut, I'm over here, dude.
There's like a video one time I saw. It was like a little kid like arguing with his mom, and she's like, talk to me with both eyes. And his eyesight goes straight.
Yeah. That shit is so funny.
Use both eyes.
But it is interesting how there is that weird dynamic at Red Bull, how, you know, Helmut was like the king, and, you know, everyone was like bowing down to Helmut. They're like, oh, don't piss off Helmut Marko, like Dr. Helmut Marko. And then,
what is he a doctor of?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Who is Helmut Marko? Why is everyone
I'm
so
Googling
afraid?
it right now. I'm ChatGPTing it right now.
And
yeah, I want to know, is he, dude, I literally think you need to find a meme to make of Helmut Marko and Darth Sidious from Lord of the Rings. I think he's a Sith Lord. That's what I think.
That
Helmut
Star
Marko.
Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars. I meant. Sorry.
Jesus, PJ, get your nerd stuff right.
I was talking too quick.
But that dynamic is weird because Christian and Helmet were up each other's asses for the last however many years, and then, Christian does Christian things, Christian Horner things, texts some ladies.
Yep.
Now him and Helmut Marko are butting heads.
Yeah.
And Helmut Marko wants one thing, Christian Horner wants the other. Christian Horner probably wanted Danny to fucking stick out the season.
Oh, absolutely.
And Helmut Marko was like, no, get that fucking guy out of there.
Yeah.
It sucks. It sucks. I dislike Helmut Marko a lot.
Yeah.
A lot,
That's apparent.
dude. A lot.
And then his decision to, and I think our next discussion piece is Checo, man. Right?
What, dude?
We fucking noticed?
Checo,
Did we fucking notice Checo?
We noticed, bro. Listen, PJ, what am I missing? What am I fucking missing with Checo keeping his seat when they're kicking drivers out of their cars due to performance? What am I missing?
When Checo hasn't performed for months, dude.
What? I don't get it. I'm speechless, bro. Literally,
I have no words.
I have 0 words to figure out why they're keeping Checo over Danny. And like I said,
you know the reason.
Danny.
You know the reason.
Danny probably was on his way, obviously is out. But Danny wasn't performing up to standard. So then what are we saying about Checo then? What the fuck am I missing?
You know the reason damn well.
Marketing?
Mexico. The Mexican advertisements and the Mexican money, man.
I mean, but doesn't Danny bring
Isn't that literally all it is?
You just lost the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah.
It's long gone now, dude.
Yeah.
Long gone. Long fucking gone.
Because Checo hasn't been able to score points for the consistent quality points for the team.
Or defending Max from Lando, bro.
Or helping out at all in any way that is positive.
Right. And it's Danny did more for the team than Checo did. Danny snagging that fastest lap off of Lando did more for Max than Checo has done all season, dude.
Yeah.
All season. What am I missing, PJ?
It's the money.
Okay.
The money talks.
Does the marketing money
outweigh
the money that you get from the constructors?
No.
Is that what it is? Because you guys really fucked up if it's not that, right?
Maybe they sold their soul to get Checo.
Or the cartel is holding a gun to Helmut Marko's head, and they're like, if you fucking release him, dude, we're shooting you in the head.
Right now.
Right this second. Helmut Marko's like, keep him.
Or you can't. Or
keep him.
You might as well not bring the team to Mexico. Because if you release him, y'all aren't fucking leaving.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's such a good segue, dude, because
Mexican GP.
Oh, I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, there's all those rumors about Checo
retiring at the Mexican GP.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
sorry.
what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay.
We were on the same page.
Okay. Cool.
Dude, nice.
And so there's all those rumors, that Checo will be retiring at the Mexican GP, and sure enough,
will
dude,
or could?
Could. Listen. So there's rumors that Checo will retire after the Mexican GP.
Yeah.
After those rumors came out, sure enough, you check Checo's story on Instagram, and it is that scene from fucking Wolf of Wall Street where Leo DiCaprio is like, you know what? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. Right? Right, dude?
Right.
And what you told me this earlier. What is your reaction
to this, dude? Hey, Checo, I'm not really sure you have a say in this, man.
Yeah,
I don't think you have if that's what this comes down to. I don't think you have a voice in this.
Yeah, and honestly,
it's
dude,
been taken out of your hands.
Honestly, Danny's announcement of, being released from Red Bull happened last week. And, those rumors came out about Checo retiring after the Mexican GP. And then the balls, dude, the balls for Checo to be like, I'm posting this, like, I'm not fucking leaving. Like, Checo, dude, you don't have a choice.
You haven't done shit for months.
We
literally just raged on that.
Exactly. You don't have a choice in the like, the balls. You know what? That is a guy with job security, is what it is, dude.
No worries in the world.
No worries in the world. He's like, I'm not leaving.
My boy's got my back.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and it's those two guys from Breaking Bad, those two bald guys with those long-ass boots.
Yeah.
Those two guys got my back.
This is my job.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is my seat.
Like, just the balls, like, coming off the back end of Daniel Ricciardo getting released for bad performance, and then Checo posting like, oh, no, I'm not retiring. That'll be my choice.
You're retiring.
It's like, no, Checo, like everyone else in the team is going to decide that you're gone. It's almost like, yeah, he signed for 2025, but it's like, is he really, though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After
like, sure, he signed a contract,
but,
like, you think so?
Yeah.
There's been all sorts of rumors of him getting released before. It was going to be like Danny took his seat, right? Like, Danny was so close, dude. Danny
Just
was
wait a
so
handful
close,
more races,
dude.
man.
So close. Now, do you think what do you think could have happened to where Daniel could have kept his seat? Like, would he have had to win the Singapore GP? Like, what could have prevented that? Like, just
podium or top 5?
Just finishing in front of Yuki? Like,
yeah, right.
What could it have been?
I wonder where the bar is set because, like, I don't know. This is where it's difficult for me because we have such a perspective that's outside of the sport of, like, that's such a low bar to say finishing in front of your teammate. But is that the bar?
Well, yeah. So, like, it's funny because, now we bring up, that kind of brings up the situation with Colapinto and Alex Albon.
Right.
It's like, stick with me here.
I am.
And I think we talked about this last week, but, like, Albon was, he was
flustered.
He was beating a Sargent. He was beating a Latifi.
Yeah.
And now we got a rookie in here, and he's, like, beating the shit out of Albon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It brings up the nerves.
Right. So, like, I forgot where I was going with that. God damn it, dude.
Probably Danny beating Yuki makes Yuki a little nervous. It puts everyone on the team on notice that, like, hey, man, I'm still the top dog.
Right. Okay. So that's
what
it is. So it's like in equal machinery, right? Like,
right.
Like, you beat Yuki. Like, that's your only benchmark. Is your teammate.
I know. But it's hard to see, like, from outside of the sport, having never raced a Formula One car, is like, yeah, of course you can fucking beat Logan Sargent. Like, he's probably gonna put it in the wall.
Exactly.
Turn 2.
Yes. Same thing with Latifi.
Right. But that is the benchmark, and that always has been. Is you're in the same machinery. You should be. If you're better, you should be beating your teammate.
Right.
So, to answer your question, maybe if he stacked results, I don't think it's like, again, like I said, I don't think it's a flash in the pan of beating Yuki week 7, week 14. I think I think it's like a consistent, like,
he's just outperforming him.
He just outperformed him 4 weeks in a row. Yeah, maybe he had some car issues in between there.
Strategy issues.
Yeah, but
whatever it may be.
But when we are on level playing field, you should be beating Yuki. Yeah. And I think that's the benchmark.
Which sucks.
Yeah.
But Yuki's just a fucking cold-blooded killer, dude. Cold-blooded killer.
Example of consistency.
That's true.
Example of consistency.
Yeah, it is weird, like, that your teammate is the benchmark, right? Like, who knows how good someone is? Who knows how good Albon is? He lost to Max, and the only people he's beaten is Latifi. I know I'm digressing, but, like, Latifi and fucking Sargent, dude.
Yeah.
And now he's getting pressed by a younger guy, and he's like, oh, fuck. Like, maybe I'm in jeopardy. Maybe Albon's in jeopardy, dude.
But I mean, it probably just elevates his game. It probably just pushes him to be better.
Yeah.
But going back to Daniel, where does he go from here? What's he gonna do? What's the next move? Do you go on a sabbatical for 6 months?
That honestly,
does he disappear off the face of the earth for he goes what is it? LeBron James always goes 0 dark 30 in the playoffs where he deactivates all of his social media.
Yeah.
But does he do that?
I mean, based off of what I've seen from interviews, right? From who I've collected from him that he's presented to the media of what he's about, I feel like he's gonna go to wherever his ranch is. He owns a ranch.
Yeah. And I think he's in Perth, yeah.
I think he's just gonna hang out there for a while, dude. He's probably not gonna do anything in F1.
Does he go to WRC?
Oh, dude. Or NASCAR, dude. He loves NASCAR.
I don't know if I could see him doing NASCAR.
I don't think so either. I think he has his own merch line and it's fire merch.
He should
Enchanté.
He should go do a collab with Travis Pastrana.
That'd be sick.
What a sick.
I'm sure he could.
Duo.
But what do I want to see him do? I don't want to see him leave the sport completely. What do I want to see him do? I want to see him take Checo's seat. That's what I want to see him do. But that's not realistic. I'm delusional. So I personally, selfish reasons, I want to see him as a commentator. I want more of the guy. That's why I'm so pissed that he's gone, that Red Bull did him dirty, because I just want more of the guy. I just want more of Danny Ric because he's fucking funny and and he brings so much to the sport. And I feel with his experience, he could bring a lot more to the sport after the fact, after he's done driving. But
you bring up a great point, which could be detrimental to us.
Yeah.
About what I want to see him do.
Yeah.
So I want him to take a nice long break. I want him to enjoy himself.
Yeah. Enjoy that money, dog.
I want him to enjoy life without a responsibility. And then honestly, dude, I don't see him as a commentator.
I really don't.
Not as a commentator, a play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier. He's not going to be Tony Romo. I don't want to see him go be Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But what I could see him doing is a New Heights podcast. I could see him doing Jason and Travis Kelce.
Right.
I could see him, and I don't know if there really is the same scenario for Formula One, but being on NFL Sunday kickoff shows.
Yeah.
But for Formula One.
Right. Almost like a Nico Rosberg type of situation. Cameos here and there.
I think so.
But here's the thing,
they should start that. They should start that with Nico. They should start that with Danny and do
oh my god, dude,
a Sunday kickoff.
Oh my god, dude, a Nico and Danny collab would be so fucking fire, dude.
Yeah,
it would be so fire. But it's
not good for our podcast because competitors, dude.
Yeah. Those are the odds. But
that would be great for them.
Here's the thing, would you see? You wouldn't see. And I'm not comparing Danny to Michael Jordan, but all these top tier guys who have had incredible careers,
right?
Do you see that they're almost past the point of I'm not gonna stoop down to commentating,
right?
But there's so much he has such a good personality to have in the sport with so much experience. He could shed so much light and make it so entertaining. I just don't know if he would stoop down to that level. I think he's got his own merch brand.
Yeah.
And it's fire. He's making so much money off of that. He has so much money in
I think he still wants to be involved though.
You think so?
I could see him wanting to be involved in some way, somehow at some point.
Yeah. I would hope so. for my sake, for my selfish reasons.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, Danny, go be happy, dude. Go enjoy that fucking Renault money. Go enjoy that McLaren money that they fucking paid you off with.
Right.
Go enjoy whatever money that V-Car paid you. Go enjoy that Enchante money. Go enjoy your life. But also, for me, being selfish, come back to F1 and do something in the sport, because I have not had enough of you, dude.
Yeah, and what a personality to have.
Right? Like, I don't know. That's what I would like. Now, what do you think he's going to do? Do you really think he's going to come back into the... Because, like, not to, like, bring it back to me, and not, like, this level of, sports, me being in sports has anything to do with, like, that level of sports. But when I was done playing college baseball, I was like, I'm pretty much done with baseball.
Done, yeah.
I'm done. Like, I've devoted my whole life to it. Like, I'm out.
Right.
I'm finished. Like, I don't even watch ML. I'll go to MLB games because it's like, it's a fun thing to do. But I don't care about baseball anymore. I don't watch it until the playoffs. Like, I'm out. And like, I'm sure he has a sour taste in his mouth from the way Red Bull did him dirty, dude. Like,
nowadays, but I think he also sees the opportunities. Like, now I can go drive like other sick cars too. Like, I have so much time on my hands nowadays. Like, I can go do Le Mans. Like, I can go.
That's true
do
too.
Kind of other cool shit that I've always wanted to. Like, I could go. Hopefully, you can get a charter for like the Indy 500. Like, that would be sick.
And yeah, if I were him, I'd be like, I have too much money to even try the Indy 500.
Fernando did it.
Yeah, but Fernando's a different breed, dude.
I don't know. I could see him doing it.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right.
Jensen Button tried.
Did he really?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
Jensen Button did some NASCAR. Like, I could see him dipping his toes in a whole bunch of other shit.
I could see it. Yeah.
That's what I think. Okay. That's my prediction.
Roman Grosjean was like, I'm not doing the Indy 500.
No, he
I thought he stopped doing oval tracks.
No, he didn't at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And then he started.
Okay, gotcha.
He started without him. He was just seen as like a street course guy.
Oh,
no,
I see.
street course guy, and didn't do ovals. But now he does everything. I think he said, I mean, fuck, they'd be fucking intimidating. That's where everyone and anyone who's like died in IndyCar has died. Is ovals.
Oh.
No.
I thought you said anyone who's died in IndyCar has died.
I think that's like the most, probably
your highest chance of mortality.
Yeah, exactly.
Is fucking doing the Indy 500. Yeah.
So I could see him. Okay, that's
but like with my merch line, with all my money,
a bunch
like,
of shit.
Like, I don't want to fucking risk my life anymore.
I could see him doing a handful of shit.
Yeah. I agree. The last point I wanted to bring up was like, this comes from, so I posted a meme not too long ago, and it was like it was that Interstellar scene where he was like, no, like banging on banging on the bookshelf, right?
Yep.
Telling himself not to leave, right?
Right.
And I combine that with the clip of Danny signing with Renault.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people are so fucking stupid, and like, I mean, my comments blew up with like arguments of like, no, the wrong move was McLaren. No. Like, he was fine at Renault. Like, the wrong move was McLaren. You guys aren't getting it. He should, if Danny didn't sign that contract within 3 years' time, he would have had a championship-winning car, and he could have at least fought for podiums. Blah blah blah. That was my point. And now this feeling that I have that I wanted him to finish his career at Red Bull, like, that was the ode to it. Like, he should have just stayed at Red Bull and tried his hand against Max. Like, I'm not saying he ran from the fight, but like, at least stick around. Hindsight being 20/20, obviously, but that was the point of it. And like, all these people are like, Oh, the McLaren was
tearing you apart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Oh, a classic Drive to Survive fan. I was like, all right, like 130,000 people obviously disagree. Like, thanks.
Yeah.
So my last point is like, what was the worst move? Him signing with Renault, or him making the jump to McLaren?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
I would agree that it's a McLaren.
Yeah. Yes.
I would.
This is taking hindsight into account too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be like, oh, what was I thinking in that time? What would have been the better career move for him? Staying at Red Bull.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, just because.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it on the timeline of why go from your shitty engine provider and go to the source of your issue.
Because, there was controversy around Honda.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, like, if he would have stayed at Red Bull, there was also controversy around Honda. So it's like, pick and choose your poison, right? But little did we know Honda was going to fucking crush. Like, they were going to be like...
Which is like, why would you be concerned about a Honda engine? Like,
when your engine is already shit.
They fucking make airplane jet engines. Like, they're in everyday cars like Renault. Like, I mean, we're American, but what the fuck is a Renault?
Yeah, but I know, like, back when in the Fernando days, when McLaren had the Honda engine, it was straight dog shit.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there was hesitation with that, but
right.
But also, like, say he makes that move to McLaren, right? By chance, he doesn't perform as bad as he did. Hangs in there. Oscar Piastri goes to Alpine. But, again, Danny Ricciardo hangs in there for, like, 2 more years. Look at the car now.
He sits there, yeah.
Look at the car now.
I mean, it's all hearsay.
I know.
Hearsay.
But it's
hearsay.
It's the classic, like, butterfly effect. Like, what if he stayed at Red Bull? He would have had a championship winning.
So many.
What if he stayed at McLaren? He would have had a championship. Like, it's obviously the McLaren thing wasn't up to him, but
yeah,
it's just like Danny Ricciardo had just a career plagued with, like, what ifs, man.
Kind of bad decisions.
Bad decisions. I mean, like,
money decisions.
Decisions ain't bad. Like, fuck no. But
yeah,
as far as his racing career, like, fuck, man, stick it out, dude.
Yeah,
stick it out. Like,
yeah,
it's just tough to see, man. Like, it's tough to see someone go out like that with everything that's happened in his career, and I'm sure he's kicking himself. Like, it is sad.
Sure, he has a handful of sleepless nights ahead of him.
Those might be, maybe it's just like the end of a chapter, and he's like, you know what? I did what I thought was right.
I'm sure there's a lot of times of, like, what?
I'm sure he was more stressed when he was with V-Carb. Like, like I said, he was so close to that fucking top seat.
Yeah, that return.
So close, dude. And just like, boom, you're gone, dude. Rug right out from under him.
Yeah. Well, if this is it, then I'm happy for us to be able to have, like, seen Danny Ric and everything he brought, and
being in the area. So, to Daniel Ricciardo, thank you. Thank you, Daniel Ricciardo. I salute you and everything you did for the sport. I salute you for who you are as a person. I salute you for getting that motherfucking bag, dog.
That bag.
And I salute you for the rest of time, my friend. Thank you for the fucking memories, man. That was dope.
Yeah.
That's it for me, dog.
That's it.
That's it, people.
That's a good word to end off.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, people.
Thanks for everyone for being here.
If you stuck in through all of that, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Go follow Only F1 Fans on Instagram, dog. Slam it plug. I forgot it last week.
We didn't even give any plugs at the beginning of the episode.
Oh, shit. PJ, plug us, please.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads. The @ is TrackWalkPod. Give us a like, comment, And then follow us, subscribe, like, comment anywhere you watch your podcast. That's where we'll be at. Again, Track Walk Pod. Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much, people. We'll see you next week.
We love you.
We love you. Bye-bye.